Hello everybody, this is Colonel Steve Akeley and I'm here at the ABV Barrel Shop. This is my place in Arnold, Missouri. Would love to have you come by here and see what we have going on. We've got a lot of fun stuff always happening, new barrel picks coming in and stuff like that. We got a recent one here from Hidden Barn, and that's going to be the topic of the day. We're going to be talking about Royce Neeley and something special that happened to him. Before we get to that, I want to let you know that we have something kind of cool that's going on. I'm going to start doing these shorter videos on Mondays. I do shorts that are a minute or less. That's kind of a specific format within YouTube. If they're a minute or less, you can post them as shorts. And I do those a little bit about everything. Some of it's my personal life, travel, just cool things. Most of it's whiskey related, but I do get into some other things as well. And you never know what those are going to be. Those literally will come out every day, other than the days when I'm doing now I have two features, Mondays and Fridays. Fridays I've been doing for a little while now, long form talks and stuff like that. Again, some of those are bourbon focused. Others are more discussion focused, kind of bar stool chatter, I like to say, where you get in and you discuss things like you do at a bar. I did one on should Dave Kingman be in the Baseball Hall of Fame if he would happen to hit 500 home runs, which he didn't, but if he did, would he get in there? The kind of things you talk about with your friends on a bar stool drinking a bourbon or something like that. So those kind of things will continue on Fridays. On Mondays, we're going to switch to this new format. Rather than doing a short, we're going to do a much shorter talk than I normally do. It's going to be laser focused. Again, all on topic in terms of whiskey talk. And today's topic is my buddy Royce Neeley. He had truly a special moment. I think it's a defining moment. And you can look at it in his career where he went from working in the bourbon industry to being truly part of the bourbon industry. I think it's one of those moments where you look back on his career and you'll be like, that's kind of the moment that he made it. And you know what? I'm excited for it too, because he's a friend of mine. It feels like that moment in Goodfellas when Tommy is about ready to be a made guy and Ray Liotta and Robert De Niro, their characters are all excited about it. And it's because one of them has made it. De Niro, he wasn't eligible to make it. And Liotta hadn't been in there long enough or whatever, or maybe he wasn't even eligible either. I can't remember exactly how the movie went, but Tommy, he was full-fledged Italian. He could become that, and of course, it didn't work out too good for him if you've seen the movie. But, going in, they were all excited about it. I'm excited for this moment for Royce Neeley. So here's what happened to him. Bourbon Festival this year, he got invited to be on a panel. So a panel talk in the world of bourbon is usually put you with some of your contemporaries, and then you discuss a topic. But listen to the people that were on this panel. Fred Noe, 7th generation master distiller for Jim Beam. Freddie Noe, 8th generation master distiller for Jim Beam. Baker Beam, icon of the world of bourbon. A former master distiller for Jim Beam. He worked with the famous Booker Noe when Booker Noe was the head guy, the head master distiller. Baker also had a master distiller role at one of the other plants. So he was at Claremont, where Beam is today. That's where the main visitor center is. If you've gone and visited Beam, that's where Baker was. His house is actually right by there, so it makes some sense that that's where he would have been. Booker was at the Boston plant, which is now known as the Booker Noe plant. So that's where he was. Brent Elliott, Four Roses master distiller. Steve Nally, former Maker's Mark master distiller, current Bardstown Bourbon Company. In between, I don't know if you know this, he was Wyoming Whiskey. He started that company, as a consultant, but he was the consultant that helped them learn how to make whiskey. So all of those individuals, you're talking about people that are already in the Hall of Fame, or definitely we know they're headed towards that. So Freddie Noe, he'll be in the Kentucky Bourbon Hall of Fame at some point. Brent Elliott also will be, and then the rest are already in there and part of it. So, and this is a big deal. I forgot Bill Samuels Jr. How do you forget him? Bill Samuels, maybe I said him, but Maker's Mark, Chairman Emeritus of Maker's Mark, Kentucky Bourbon Hall of Famer. So you're looking at all those people in this thing, and there's Royce Neeley. And they're just talking about the bourbon industry. It was called the Icons of American Whiskey or something like that, this thing. It was a $500 a ticket deal where they drank whiskey and then had a meal, a dinner. And Royce Neeley was part of that. And I thought, man, there's like 100 distilleries in Kentucky now, and only 8 of them are the big guys, the heritage brands. And then you've got, some like the New Riffs of the world, Wilderness Trails, that are kind of that next level down. But then you've got a big swath of, the craft distillers, and Royce is part of that. And of all the people to be selected, it's Royce Neeley. It is so cool, the fact that, the individuals from the KDA, who puts this together, thought of Royce Neeley to put him on there. And again, to put him with those on a panel, and he did great. I mean, to hold your own with that group. First of all, I'd be terrified if it was me, but he did an incredible job, really represented himself well, represented the industry well, and it shows that he truly is regarded as the future of bourbon in Kentucky. So, he was the youngest guy on the panel. He's younger than Freddie. And I think that that's pretty darn special. What Royce Neeley has been able to do in the time that he's been in the business is amazing. If you haven't heard of him yet, you probably will soon. So that's it. I just wanted to say congratulations to Royce Neeley. I wanted to tell you guys about it. And I also want to send you on that journey to discover Neeley Family Distillery if you haven't done so already. Be on the lookout. Got a lot of cool stuff coming up. I was at the Kentucky Bourbon Festival. I'm going to be doing some of the Friday things about that. I'll do kind of a general one where I get into what I did there. I've also got a funny one coming up. There was a funny story. Anytime Royce and I get together, which I was staying at his house, something's going to happen. Something did happen. It's pretty epic, and it's kind of almost like a two-part story. So fun stuff, but that's going to be it for today. Again, check us out online, abvbarrelshop.com. If you're interested in the media company, that is abvnetwork.com. That's it. See you guys.